So the purple ceramic...
It's finished.
Oh, was it? Oh. Sorry, we're recording in my office/home studio, and we've got printers going and everything, typing the lot. I think we should introduce you to some of the staff that are here, but they are reluctant. They're very, very silly. I think they should come on camera and everything, but they're having none of it. So we've removed we're removing the previous design, which was done in gel polish, and I'm using the purple ceramic bit. Now this bit is the coarsest bit from our ceramic collection. It's got a gorgeous purple Swarovski crystal on the end of it as well. Not only is it useful, it's bloody gorgeous. And I'm just making sure I remove that previous design, and you can see how much the nails have grown. So this is something that you'll do in the salon all the time. I love doing brand new sets, but I do still like doing a fill because it's like you don't have to do as much work.
It's a bit quicker.
It's quicker, yeah. So you just got to like take off the crystals, take off the gel polish, and then fill them.
In a salon, would there be a much difference in price between a fill and a...
Yeah, and it depends what salon you go to, but there are salons that just charge the same price, you know.
Yeah.
Because if they do a lot of artwork, it still takes, you know, a certain amount of time. But generally, it'll be around a 20% difference in price.
Yeah.
So it'll be 20% cheaper to get an acrylic infill with design. But don't forget, you've got to be charged for the design. You know, this client, we've taken off the gel polish, and then we're going to fill them, but then we're going to completely redesign. Yeah. So that has to be taken into consideration. My pricing, I mean, you can have a look at my pricing. It is obviously more expensive to come to me because I don't do loads of clients, and I spend a lot of time with them. Whereas in a salon, you know, you're talking an hour and a half, 2 hours that you spend with a client. Depending what service they have with me, they could be there for 6 hours. Depends what they have. So, but in a salon, you still need to be charging for that. So a lot of salons' price list will be different than mine. If you want to see mine, you can go onto my Instagram. There's a link on there. And it just says book an appointment, and you can see. But I keep it quite streamlined. It's stripped down. It's very easy to follow. A lot of salons will then charge extra for nail art. So we've buffed them down. We've made sure that the cuticle prep's been done, and we are ready for application of the primer. And then we're going to fill these in with acrylic. So you can see that's, I think it was a 3.5 week growth, as I can remember. And we're using the colour in the buff. So this is from the Kirsty Meakin range. It's a natural colour. It's like a milky colour. It's actually quite nice. If you know that client's always going to have a full cover design, this is a perfect colour to use, because it will camouflage a bit, but it's not like a cover pink where it's like a foundation colour. But don't forget, if you want to do a French or anything like that, you can use a nude gel polish if you want to do French. So you can change it up. So we're using this colour. It's not a big bead. It's filling the product. We're also making sure that we have an apex. So we're building in the apex again, because when the nail grows out, the apex moves forward to the, you know, to the most distal point. It's going to move down. We've got to make sure that structure's there. So make sure that that apex is built back in. Don't just like fill that gap with like a thin bit of acrylic. That's not going to give strength to the nail. That apex is so important because it supports the entire length of the nail. The brush that I'm using here is the Oscar the Wild brush, which is one of my favourites, to be honest. You can also use the Mr. Buttons brush, which is a little bit smaller. So depending how big the client's nails are, how big the gap is, what bead you want to pick up, smaller bead, go with Mr. Buttons. I think it's that brush anyway. I think. I can't really say. But that would be my choice.
I suppose you use a lot less acrylic as well of the product when you're doing.
We're doing an infill.
Doing a fill.
Yeah,
which I suppose is great for you as a tech. And you're saving a bit of money there. Because it's still the time is slightly less, but it's not a lot less.
Yeah, but the product is definitely less. You're right there. Yeah. So you've got to take that into consideration when you're doing any kind of pricing. You've got to think about the fact that you're using more product to do a set of nails. Some salons even do like a thing with their pricing where they'll do short nails of this much. Say it's a full set. Short nails might be £50. A medium set of nails might be £70. A long set of nails might be £100. You know, it could increase like that. Some salons do that. Prices in America are very different to prices in England, even Europe. In England, we do not charge enough. So if you went to, say you were in New York and you wanted a set of nails done, you'd be talking $200.
Really?
Easy for a set of nails.
Wow.
So I think the UK should adopt that and we should be paid for our expertise, our knowledge, our skill set, you know, because what frustrates me is people will go and have a set of eyelashes put on and they'll pay £80, £100 and something for eyelashes, and which takes about an hour and a half. But they won't pay that for a set of nails.
Right, okay. Interesting.
And it takes a lot to do a set of nails. And I know it takes a lot of skill and expertise to do lashes, but nails it's a bigger scale of skill sets. There's lots of things you do.
You've only got 2 eyes, you've got 10 fingers. Well,
exactly.
You think hopefully most people would.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, Faye, she might have more because she's from, where's she from again?
She's from Chad. She's from Chelton, yeah, they're a bit weird up there. But we're going to file these, buff them. You'll notice I've used the metal file at the sidewalls to make sure those sidewalls are nice and straight. I'm not going to cut into the client's finger with a metal file. So if you're cautious of cutting the skin at the sides, use the metal file. And then we're going in with the colour. I don't know. It's been on the screen. It's flashed already. I've not seen it. It's a nude. I think it's the colour Ruth or Hayley. One of them anyway. So we're doing a full nude nail. And then I have a nice blank canvas to work on. It's like when you're doing your makeup and you put your foundation on first. You know what I mean, don't you, Adam?
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
Yeah, yes.
When I'm doing my makeup.
Yeah, you put your foundation on first and then you can put everything else on top. But because this nail, we're going to use the colour Pony, I think it is. Or is it? I don't know.
It didn't flash up,
Didn't flash up. I don't think it is that colour. I think it is Limelight, possibly. It's either Pony or Limelight. It's a bright green duck, you can see. I didn't use the nude on this nail because I knew I was doing a full nail of bright green. That green looks so nice on camera. I'm now wanting green nails.
Go with your green trousers.
Go with my green trousers. I've got green joggers on. Not that you can see that.
Top half only.
Oh yeah, top off. I've just got a nice pink top on, then I've got my joggers on.
Pink, there we go, pink again.
More pink, more pink. And then I'm using one of the top coats. So we have the SFX range, which is amazing because you can put this top coat over any colour, and we have an abundance in that collection.
You've got 2 volumes.
2 volumes.
In gloss and in matte.
Yeah, we've got the gloss version, we've got the matte version. And then the one that I've put on here is the gold one. So we've got like gold, rose gold, we've got silver, we've got black, we've got ones with mylar. We've got loads of different effects within a top coat, which kind of makes your life a little bit easier. You can add some pizzazz to the nail and it's a top coat. So it's like done, dead quick. This colour I'm using now is called Vegas Baby. I love green and purple together. Now this client wanted something really bright, so you can see we're going all out. This colour is Sham, which is a really bright orange. It's from like the neon colours that we have. We do have, you know, a selection of colours that are neon based as well, so they're great for festivals, holidays and all that. I'm putting this on with a different brush because I wanted more control, so I'm not using the brush from the bottle. I'm using the Cast brush just so I've got a little bit more control and I can kind of like swoosh that into the shape that I want. And we'll do 2 layers of that colour and we'll cure between each layer and obviously curing the second coat as well. But you can see why I put the nude at the background. So the nude went on first because I wanted that gorgeous sort of natural nude colour as the back surface. I didn't want to see the natural nail coming through. You get what I mean? So we've got that foundation colour, you know. Bit of concealer. Now we're doing the eyeshadow basically.
Never had makeup on, you know. Some blokes have.
Right, get the makeup out, girls.
Never ever.
Let's do him up in drag.
There was one time where Hayley and Nikki forced me to put this lipstick on, which was like one of those ones that doesn't come off. We were all a bit drunk.
Right, okay.
And I literally had to use a toothbrush
to scrub it off.
And scrub it off. Because it was that, like, it would last for days.
It's a stain, isn't it?
A stain,
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the stains. I remember those stains. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, me
Because you
neither.
literally do have to like exfoliate your lips.
Yeah,
to
I
get
did.
it off.
Literally the whole lot.
Yeah. So we're going to make these little kind of blobby shapes because we're going to do like a cheetah print or leopard print. If you want to know who that was talking in the background, she's just fell into it now. She regrets speaking. That was one of our members of staff who does customer service. Her name is Amy. So if you ever had an email from Amy, that's who you just heard in the background. Can we say hi? Can we say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Very sarcastic.
And then we're going to use the colour Void. Void is going to go around the sort of edges, quite messy, dotty, just to create that leopard or cheetah kind of style. You know, I never know the difference between a cheetah and a leopard.
Cheetah's faster.
Cheetah's faster.
Yeah, they're the ones with big long legs and they're really skinny and they can run really fast.
Yeah.
Fastest land animal, actually.
Really?
Yeah, leopards are a lot chunkier and there's a lot of different kinds of leopards, and like panthers are quite like leopards. There's like a lot of crossover with them.
Snow leopard.
Snow leopard, yeah.
Is there a snow cheetah?
I don't think you can run that fast in snow, so probably not.
True, that's very true.
Might have to have them paddles on his feet and you know what it'd be like trying to run in those.
But like they have different markings, don't they? So I never know if it's. I need to do research on this because I love like animal print. But
come to Longleat with us. We've just booked for Longleat, you know, the safari park.
yeah, and what you're going to see there? What kind of animals you're going to see at Longleat?
They've got everything.
Are they going to keep you there, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're going to put you in a cage and be like, he is an animal.
I'm really
keep
looking
me.
forward to it because we do love a safari.
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac's going to be enjoying it.
Yeah, that'll be lovely. And then this colour is Goldfinger. We're just going to like edge round the design with Goldfinger. And then this design, we're using the colour whiteout. And you can see how pigmented whiteout is here. Because we can actually cover over the top. It looks like an egg. It looks like a green egg right now. It's not going to be an egg. We're going to do this kind of shape. I did the middle bit first so I could kind of plan it out in my mind first and get that kind of shape. It does look like an egg. If you put a yellow dot in the middle of that, it'd be an egg. Do you know what? I never realised these things till I watch them back and I'm like, Kirsty, what are you doing? And I bet other people must watch me sometimes and think, oh, that looks like that.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Because like I know you can visualise it in your head and I'm like, what the hell's she doing? Because I would have thought that she's making a fried egg.
Yeah, fried egg. Bit of bacon, bit of sausage. But we're not. It's not an egg. If you see in the picture from the thumbnail for this video, you know it's not an egg. So we're going round with the colour Void, which is the blackest black you've ever seen. It's so intense, so pigmented. It's beautiful to paint with. We're going to do I was going to say stamp. It's not a stamp. It's a stencil style rose. So you do these like arc shapes that are very much like a croissant shape, and they all connect together. So if you look at this one I'm doing now, I don't connect it to the previous one. I leave a little bit that sticks out, like a little point. And then I start from that point and move around. So look, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they kind of connect together. And then I can start to make this grow. It's growing from the inside out.
Is that like a cabbage rose? Isn't that how you do? Do you do a cabbage rose like that?
I don't know, it's just...
No, when I've seen you do a cabbage rose before, you start from the inside out, but when you're doing a big, like a normal rose, you always start from the outside in.
Oh, 3D, definitely. Yeah. Well, because a cabbage rose kind of like closes in on itself. I suppose this one, it's like a stencil type rose. You can still see the swirly bit in the middle when it goes tighter, before it sort of really opened out.
I love it how they're passing notes between each other to be quiet. It's dead funny. I want to know what the notes say. I'm hungry.
So Emma has just passed a note to Amy saying I'm hungry, which means can these guys hurry up filming because I won't go have my dinner.
She wants, I want me bag of crisps and I can't while it's on camera because they're too loud. Suck them crisps.
Before we started, I was like, right, okay, no coffee, no screwed up paper, nothing. You need to be silent. And then I think they're now all on edge, like we can't move. They're allowed to type. That's fine. I'm going to use the colour Vegas Baby to add like colour towards the inner part of each individual petal. So it's like, I feel like it's a little bit pop arty, this design.
Yeah, very much.
Which is, it's quite cool because it's bright, it's eye-catching, and it doesn't require like loads of really artistic blending. We're literally just putting that line towards that centre part of each petal, and it gives you like a bit of shadow, but it's colour, so it's a bit pop arty. And we've added some leaves as well, put a bit of orange in there to tie everything together, and we're going to add crystals, obviously, because we need to add crystals. So I've not top coated at this point. I'm working directly on top of a sticky layer from the gel polish. So we could put these on with some gem gel glue. What are we going to call ours, Adam? What did you say?
I can't remember now.
Longevity. So if we come out with a gem gel glue and it's not called Longevity, that's because everybody at the meeting has said, no, Adam, that is a really bad name.
You were talking about longevity with gems, and it's just sort of... Longevity.
I like it.
And you can have gem in capital letters.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Emma? Graphic design. Pass that on to Vanessa, and she can do the graphic design for the Longevity logo thing. Okay? Yeah?
Well, we've got another person walking here called Kate.
Not speaking on camera.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
No, just nodding.
She doesn't say hello.
Yeah, are you not going to say hello?
Not like Amy with a hi.
She's writing a note. She's writing a note. I don't know what this note needs to be saying. What's she saying? Not falling into that trap. Thanks.
That's quite a nice writing, hasn't she?
She has, hasn't she? Very nice writing.
I thought people had forgotten how to write these days because they're on computers all the time and on your phone.
Yeah. Wow.
I have, at least, anyway.
My handwriting's always been really bad. If you looked at my handwriting, you wouldn't think I was any good at art.
I think you were like a doctor.
Yeah. So we're going to top coat these, and we make sure that we get the top coat and cap the edges and make sure we've butt that straight up to the crystals. Not over the crystals, we just kiss the crystals. And I always do this, especially with clients. I make sure that I get the metal file and just run it up the sides to make sure there's no overspill of any product whatsoever. Because if there is and it's touching the skin as it grows out, they will pick and flick that. And there you are. There's the design, fully done. I hope you've enjoyed this. Everything I've used today will be listed below. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram and all that shebang. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.